Hi, Seth, Amazon here. And okay, so this tutorial is a continuation from the last video I did on publishing children's books on Amazon KDP. Recall that in that video, we went through the entire process of publishing a kid's book on Amazon. We published the Kindle ebook, and I promised that I was going to come here back and show you exactly how to go about the paperback version of your book. Right, so subscribe to this channel, subscribe to my YouTube channel. In this YouTube channel, I talk about everything books, how to write, how to publish successfully on Amazon, and many other, online stores. I talk about self-publishing mainly. I show you how you can do it yourself so that you save some money, make more money, and you are put in full control as to how much you make and the vastness of the possibilities that await you in this publishing journey. You want to stick around, you want to subscribe to this channel because I noticed that recently, each time I say subscribe, the the numbers keep going up, and I think it's a good thing. So I really appreciate every one of you who have been subscribing and following every single thing I share. Thank you for your comments. I see all of them and I appreciate them so well. Without further ado, let us quickly go to today's tutorial where I share with you what I have today. One of the basic things you should know about Amazon KDP while publishing is that there are a number of information that you don't have to put twice while publishing your book here on Amazon. So, for instance, we have done every single thing required to publish this Kindle book. Now, to publish this paperback book, all I need to do is to click on this button that says Create Paperback. Now, by clicking Create Paperback, what I'm simply doing is that I'm clicking the part that helps me to link this paperback, with the previous Kindle book. From here, you can see that I would not need to select the language anymore because I've done that while publishing the Kindle version. The title has also been pre-filled for me. And if I come down to the author's name, you can see that the author's name is also here. Contributors, I did not put any information before there. So the book description is also here. Then the publishing rights also been chosen. The primary audience also same. You can see that our primary audience of ages 4 to 6 have also been pre-filled for me. My major marketplace also pre-filled. Now, the only parts where I may have to select again will be this area of categories. And the reason is because the categories for Kindle ebook are actually different from the category of paperback and also hardcover. So that's why I will need to select again the particular categories that will best position this book to make more sales. So I'm going to now quickly come here. Remember how we did it the other time? After you click on that, you select and then you look for children's books. Look for children's books because every of your book has to fall under that category. Yes. So I'll come to the subcategory and then remember that our book is more of like an adventure book, a mystery novel, a magical related. So a fairy tale. So I'll just come here and then check for which of this category best described. I think this is it. So I'll click on that. Then I'm going to look through and see which category best fits my book around here. I think there is none here. So I'm going to select here because of course there are more categories. United States. No, my book does not have any specifications for United States. So it appears there is no particular there's no particular option that best describe my book. My book is not about dragons, so I'm not going to select that. So I'll just come back here again and see. Okay, let's look at science fiction and fantasy. Let's see what we have there. Fantasy and magic, yes. Paranormal, visionary, and metaphysical. Nah, that's not my book. No, 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 no. Okay, so let's look up other categories. Well, that's how it goes. This is the entire process of publishing. You have to check carefully and get the exact category that best describes your book. So I'm still looking. Let's see mysteries and suspense thrillers. No. Um. Okay. So let's keep looking. Growing up facts. Okay. Let's see. Fiction, twins, family life, social life. Nope. Uh, hmm. Okay. So let's see. Explore the world. Let's see. Maybe. Nope, I can't seem to find my book there. So let's explore what other category. No, there's no other category. It has to be children's books. It has to be another children's book. So let's see humor, jokes. Nope, the book is not about jokes. Biographies, comics, even ah no, educational reference, children, writing, book and libraries, history. Nope. Let's look at this again. Anthologies, mermaids, horticulture, dragons. Ah, no, geography. Wow, I can't seem to find. Okay, let's see, fiction. Yeah, the book is about fiction. Fantastic. Yes, this is it. So, the book is a fiction book. So I think that's where we should have checked. Okay, so let's start with what we have here. No, not yeah. It's a light novel and it's a short story. Let's say short story collection. And then let's see what else we can get from here. So what category was it again? Okay, literature and fiction, fine. So I just come here, select, and then let's see what else, where else we can put this book. Chapter books and readers, history, historical fiction, poetry. No, let's see this. Let's see what we can get here. Beginner readers. Yeah, beginner readers fiction. Yes, fantastic. So I think these three best describe my book to the greatest extent. So I had to go through all of this, and I deliberately did not fast forward or anything because I needed to show you the parts that we take in order to really get the best categories for the book. Remember that no matter what you do, try to get the best category that will sell your book, that will better position your book. Don't be in a haste to just keep this. It is really important. So take your time and get it right. Right? So click on save and we proceed. By the way, I'm not going to edit any of that, so just for you to know that it's what it is. Okay, so yeah, all the keywords are still here, which I can decide to change, but no, I'm not going to change them. I'm just going to leave it like that. I'll click on save and continue, and it takes us to the next page where we now work with the manuscript and the cover. Now, this aspect is usually always the hardest when publishing books on Amazon. The aspect of the paperback content or the Kindle content, the content aspect is usually difficult because that is where the success of your book is largely dependent on. So now, if you don't have an ISBN for this particular paperback, you can just go ahead and click on assign me a free KDP ISBN. We're going to talk about ISBNs subsequently, but for now, um, this particular book does not have an ISBN, so I'm just going to go ahead and click assign me a free ISBN. I'll click on assign ISBN, and that's it. I'll just move on to the next aspect, Remember again that this book is to be published immediately, so there's no point put doing anything here. Just leave that. Then, since this book is actually a fantasy book, books that has supposedly pictures, and I want the book when printed to be colorful because it's a children's book. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to select black and white interior because it's going to be, if I select that and the book is printed, the colors, the images will all be in black ink. So it's not going to be in colors. So I have to now pick either of these options. Standard color, which is, in my opinion, what you should go for because it's actually a good way to go. You can choose to use premium color as well, although premium color will bring out the best quality of the content. Is going to cost you even more for printing. So it depends on what your choice really is, but standard color is still fine if you ask me. So um the book size, this book is, I want this book to be a bit bigger because it's a children's book, and many times if it is big, it's easy for them to actually consume. So this is default at 6 by 9 inches. I'm going to come here and select the different size. I want to use something like an A4 size. So I will come down here. This is 8.5 by 11 is A4 size. So I'm going to select that. Then the interior of my book, all the contents are within the margin. So I'm not going to select bleed. I'll just leave it at no bleed. And then since the children's book, I can choose the finishing. I want the finishing to be glossy. Like glossy means to be shining. So I'm going to use glossy. Then at this part, I'm going to now upload my manuscript. I'm going to upload my manuscript. And what I simply need to do is to click on upload, of course. Then look for my manuscript right here. So I'm going to upload my manuscript right now. Let it load and then come up. Yep. So let's just give it a while to load. Now, for the cover, I'm going to show you how I actually work with publishing book covers. But for this tutorial, I will take my time to really show you because this is one aspect that a lot of authors get stuck. Trust me, I've worked with a number of authors and I know that this is one aspect that a lot of authors get stuck. So I'm going to take my time to explain how you can successfully create your book cover and make sure that you get it right. Even if you don't get it right, there are now some, adjustment that you can make in order to make this work. Right? Are we together? So normally, if you already have your cover designed and ready, you can just click this part that says upload the cover you already have, which is like a print ready PDF only. Then you use this button to upload the cover. And if you already have a barcode on your cover, you check this box. So in this case, I don't even have, remember that it is only the front cover I have already done. So, but I'm going to now go to Canva and I'll show you how I'm going to quickly design the back cover for this book. Then after I show you how to design back cover for this book, I'll now show you how I will merge the both of them in order to get the right um in order to get the right dimensions that I'll upload right on here. So let's jump into Canva where I show you how to proceed with this. Great. So I come to Canva. Now I look for, this is where I have designed the front cover already. I'll use the front cover to design the back cover and then get the both information, and I'll show you what next we are going to do. So this is actually going to be easy if you follow it gradually, right? So let's see. Okay, so this is the cover. This is the front cover of the book I'm currently working on, and I'm going to show you how I'll quickly design the back cover right away without any hassles. Yeah, and that's exactly how I expect that you to also create your back cover. So first thing first, what you should do is when you're on this particular cover. By the way, I'm doing this here in Canva, so I just click on this duplicate page. That's where I want you to click. Just click on duplicate page. Now, when you click on duplicate page, it automatically creates a second. page exactly the same way it was at the top. So what I want to do on this part is to come here and remove some of the elements here. You can just click on this remove. Just I'm removing the title. I'm removing everything that's to do with title, and then I'm also going to remove this picture from the top like this. I'll just remove this, and then I have only this aspect. You can see that I have this on the front and I have this on the back, and this makes sense. So having said that, you can see that I have this designed. This is the front. Now this becomes the back. But I'm not going to just leave it like this. I'm going to make a little bit of adjustment to this in order to make it even better. So I will just come here and reduce the transparency. Just reduce the transparency a little bit. Just reduce the transparency a little bit. And I think well this, let's see if the other, okay, now well, this is just me taking you through my creative process of creating all of this, and that's why, well, I'm not going to edit those parts because it is part of what I am working on, and you can clearly see that this is not just a walk in the park. It's quite some work. All right, so what I'm going to do next is, okay, I have this as my back cover, and then I have this as my front cover. Now I'm going to put the blob at the back of this book, the blob at the back of this book. So let me quickly get the blob that I had used for this book initially. So let me get that. So I've gotten the description or the blob I've used for this particular book. So I'm just going to use any of the text templates here. I can just pick this one, click on that. Looks more, so I'll just adjust a bit. Okay, bring that around here. Then, so I'll just paste what I've copied in here. Yeah, fantastic. So um well, I have pasted this, but i think I think it looks too much for a blob on the back of a book. So usually a blob should be just a few sentences, maybe just one paragraph. So but um since we have this, I'll just try to, let me reduce the size a little bit first. I'll reduce the size. If I see that it is still not okay, then I will go ahead and reduce the content. Okay, let's see if this works. I'll just have this like this, right? So I have this like this, and let me see if I make it bold, if it will be nice. No, it's not. So I'll have this like this. Yeah, so I have this like this, then I'll just, let me see what else can I do to make this better. Let's see if I put some effects behind it. If it's going to be nice, I'll change the color to, I should this, then I make it like this. Okay. Well, remember that this is a children's book, so we just have to be careful as to how um we over make we over design it. Let it not now come out to be not nice. Oh well, you know what? I'm just going to, let me just even remove all of these effects. I think they are unnecessary. I remove all of these effects. Then, well, I think this can work for my back cover. Let's just use this like this and then make progress. Yeah. So I have this as the front cover. I have this as the back cover. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to save this back cover, and then I'm going to show you how to merge the both of them and get the exact kind of design that you want, so that everything you are creating fits and matches very well. So click on share to save that. Click on download, and then change this to, you need, for now you need the, change it to PNG. Then select only the third, we need only the third picture. So I would click on download and have that downloaded into my PC. Okay, so let me save that. Kids. Okay, now that we have the back cover saved, the next thing we want to now do is to merge the front cover and the back cover together. You can also create the spine for this particular book if you want. However, it is not compulsory that that the book must have a spine. Many times, if your book is even less than 74 pages, I think your book will not be able to. Your book is not supposed to have a spine while publishing on Amazon. Okay, we are also going to now create the spine, but before we create the spine for this particular book, let me show you how to get the exact dimension for your book, the exact dimension for any kind of book it is that you're publishing on Amazon KDP, so that you know what dimension to use and get the result that you want. So there's this tool that Amazon has. You come to just come to your browser and then go to this URL kdp.amazon.com /cover hyphen calculator. I'm going to leave the link in the description below so that you can easily access it. I'm going to leave the link in the description below so that you can easily access it. But this is a tool created by Amazon KDP to help us with the structuring of our book covers. So now the binding type, when you come here, you see this is how it looks like. The binding type that you're going to use. Now you remember you're going to select if it's paperback or hardcover. This particular book is paperback. I'll select paperback. Interior, we are using standard color. Remember, so we select standard color. Paper type, white paper, of course. Then page turn direction is you select left to right because your book turns from the left to the right. So the measurement unit, the measurement we are working with here is inches. So select inches. The interior trim size, remember that we selected 8.5 by 11, which is like A4. The page count for this particular book that I uploaded is 248 pages. Yours might be less or more. So I'm using this 248 because I also want to show you how to get the dimensions for this book. So when you are done with that, as soon as you put in the digits here, just click outside, this, and this particular button is going to pop yellow. Click on that, and before you know it, your full dimensions are going to be brought out for you. You can see we've told you that your full cover should be 17.808 by 11, and all of that. You just go through and see. So personally, I don't use this template to create covers because I already have what works for me. I use Microsoft Word. I already create, and I've done this a number of times, so I already have my own Microsoft Word template that I use. So I just come here many times to just get the exact dimensions, and then I go to Microsoft Word and just replace the content. But for you who is just starting, I would advise that you go with this. Now, what you should do after creating this is to come here and click on this part that says download templates, and I'll show you exactly how we use this. Just click on download templates, and then you have this downloaded into your device. Now after it has been downloaded, the next thing I want you to do is now come back to Canva. But before we come back to Canva, it's I think this document is created as a zip file, so they're asking me to unzip this. So in case you don't have WinRAR and zip archive file in your own PC, I'm also going to leave a link in the description below for you to be able to download and install this particular tool I'm going to use to unzip this right now. So all I need to do is I'll right click on this, then click on extract files. So I'll just extract the files exactly here. So when the file is extracted, I'll open, and then you see that I have three documents inside that extracted file. One is like a readme text file. You don't need that. Then we have you will now have the PDF version of this template, and also you see this is the PDF version of this template, and then we have the um, picture format of this same template. So you don't need the PDF format for this template for now. What we are going to be using mainly is the picture format, and that is what we are going to be using. So this is what the template looks like, and I'll show you exactly how to use this on Canva. So let's get right back to Canva And let me show you how to use this to get your cover correctly done. Right, so let's go back to Canva. All right, so we're back here on Canva. First thing you need to do in order to use that template is to come back to this part where you see create a design. So we're creating a whole new design to get this correctly done. So click on create a design. Now when you click on create a design, so come down here, click on custom size, and when it comes up, first thing I want you to do is change this part where you see px to inches, in, change it to in. Then on the width and height, you have already been given the complete instruction as to how to go about it. Remember, here we have 17.808 inches by 11.250 overall dimension. So 17.808 inches is what you are going to put on the width. But I advise that you just go ahead with using 17.9 or even 18 inches for this. Then so I'm just coming back here to going to type 17.9. Then on the height, I'm going to use 11.25, 11.25, or if you like, you use 11.3, which is still okay. So when you are done with that, click on create new design, and it's going to bring us to a fresh canvas that we can use to create this cover. So when this is now fully loaded, what I want you to do is now come to this part and upload that template, the picture format of the template. That's what I want you to do. You come upload that template. So I'll just look for that template and upload. Okay, I think it's here. Yeah, this is. So I'll upload the template, then I'll put it in my canvas here. Okay, now that it's fully uploaded, just click on that and put it on the canvas. So when you are done with that, you just drag it to the edges, drag to the edges like this, drag to the edges like this. Yeah, so I'll just position it at the middle, ensure that it's at the middle and everything. So now this is how it's going to look. This is how it's going to look. Now the next thing we'll do is to bring the front cover we have designed already. Remember, we already have our front and back cover designed, right? So I'm going to now look for that front cover. Um, let me see where I've kept it. So I'll look for the front cover. Here you go. Put the front cover here, and then let me also upload the back cover. So I'll do everything together. So the back cover as well. Yeah. Okay. So to upload the back front and back cover now, just click like this on the front cover, drag it to. Now there is something I need you to also see that while we were designing this front cover, we actually didn't design it for 11, I mean for A4 size. So that's why you can see the way it's looking. But notwithstanding, I'll still show you how we can navigate to get something good out of this. So that's to say that first you ought to do while creating your book covers is to have determine what size exactly you're going to use for the book. So because of the way the tutorial was going, I was just walking around. That's why we have what we have. But notwithstanding, we will get what we want, right? So what I simply did was I just moved. I make sure that I move this to the edges here. Now, by the way, if you don't really understand what it is that I'm doing, take take it a while. It takes some time to read through what Amazon has already put here. This is like an instruction of how to use this. You can see they say the black solid line, like this black solid line. It's they say this is where your book will be cut to produce the final trim size. So that this the part where the book will be cut out from. Then it says the blue dotted line in the spine fold, which is this blue dotted line is where the spine will be folded. Then the white area, position logos, text, and essential images in this area. So every a part that is white here is where every of our important items, the important stuff has to be. Then the red area, like the out of live or the bleed section, You say your background artwork must fill the red area. So anything we are putting on the background as the cover, it must get to the extreme of this particular document, of this particular template. Then when we are done, you're asked to remove the template. So um, take your time to read through, and if you don't understand anything, do well to leave a comment for me. I'm going to see it and respond to you. So now I'm just going to drag this, like this. Remember, I said that this is not the exact structure, but let's just go. We are going to get something out of this eventually, right? So I'm going to drag this like this, and then make sure that it gets to this point. So I'll leave it like that. But then I'll just just drag this like this, just for because we're making illustrations. So this for illustrations purposes. So I'll just drag and just make it like this, and I think this is good enough for our front cover. Now I'll zoom in to be able to see that and see and ensure that everything enters well. Make sure that this extends beyond the edges. Just make sure that what anything you're doing extends beyond the edges. This is highly important to ensure that your book is not rejected by Amazon, right? And while you're doing this, make sure that your book and the title of the book um does not go beyond this black line. So how you are going to be sure of that is to reduce the transparency of the front cover. So how do you reduce the transparency? Click on the front cover. You see this tool here. Click on it, transparency. Then take it backwards a bit. You will see that you're able to see how this will come out. Do you see that? So this is where the top of the title is. This is where the top of the title is a novel, and this. So we increase the transparency again, just to ensure that our book stays the way it is. Then the next thing we want to do is to now bring in the back cover. So one trick I use for this in order to avoid having to go back and forth again, since I've successfully done the front cover and it fits well on the front, all I need to simply do is to duplicate this front cover. I'll duplicate like this, then drag and place here, just so that it stays in the exact same direction and format with the other. I hope you understand what I'm saying. So I'll also take this a little bit downwards. Then expand. Yeah, just do that. Just do something like that. Something like that. Yes. So with this now, I have my back cover. So what I will simply do now is I will just drag this back cover. This is the exact back cover I had. I'll just drag it from here and place it here like this, and it replaces that. Unfortunately, I see that the most part of my cover has been taken out, so I will just try to adjust a bit, take it downwards a bit like this, just adjust it. So that way, I have this. Can you see? I have this on the front and this on the back. Now, all we need to now get right is the spine. We need a spine for this. Mind you, like I said earlier, you don't really if you don't have a spine, you don't really have to create a spine. But for your work to come out fine, many times, and for your work to be standard, for your book to be a standard book, usually we need a spine. So now to create the spine, now in case you want to move ahead without a spine, all you simply need to do is to just drag this like this and drag this like this. Just drag, you see, just do something like this, and you are good to go. You upload your book successfully and it will go. But because I want to do something good, I will go ahead and create the spine. Right. So to create the spine for this book, what you need to do, come back to Canva, right? Just come back to Canva. Now, this same part where we have create a design, you click on create a design, then you come to custom size. Remember that we're also given the exact dimension to use for our spine. I'm just going to get that right now. Look at this. It says the width is should be 0.558 inches, and then the height should be 11. But when you come to Canva here, I don't think you can be able to use a width as small as 0.55. Okay, let's see, 0.559. I don't think that. Okay, I think okay, it works. Well, let's see. Then here should be 11. So let's see if we can create a design like that. Oh, fantastic. We can. So create a design for that size. All right. So when your spine, when the spine stuff has been created like this, all you just need to do is it's actually a very simple process. So what you can do right now to get this done is how I do it is I come back to this part where I have this area of upload. Okay, so I'll just put the either the front or the back cover like this. Then right click on it and set as background. Right. So it's going to come out like this, which is not very okay. So I'll double click. Yeah. So just drag and put this like a part where there is nothing really there. Can you see? Can you see that? I'll do that like that. Then I haven't done that. I will now just simply put the title of this book on the spine. So this is the way to go about that. Click on text, then add a heading. The title of this book is Princess Emmy's Dream. So Princess Emmy's Dream. So I'm going to now type, or just simply type here. Okay, let's see, Princess Emmy's Dream. Now this is not going to come out fine, of course, because of the way the book is structured. So what you should do, what you can do is when you click on the spine text, you rotate it like this, right? Rotate. Then having rotated, drag like this, just drag this like this. Uh, don't mind where it took that. You can always bring it back, right? Okay, let me just drag like this. Okay. Then rotate again. Just make sure that it is take it to like 90, and fine. Okay. So now this the text size is quite too large, so you can always reduce and make it fit in the middle. So I'll also reduce again. Then I'll use a more readable text and font style or type. So let me use this and see how it comes out. Yes, I think I like this Princess Emmy's Dream. So let me reduce a bit more. Fine. Then I'll position it in the center. Yeah. So I think with this I have my spine cover. Now fantastic. So I'm going to save this quickly. I'm just going to save this. I'm going to save this quickly. Save this like this. Yeah. So I'll save it as spine. Then I won't save it as spine. I will return to this. Remember we were here. I'll return to this cover, this aspect of this cover. Then I'll upload this spine. I'll just upload the spine that I have initially done, just did right now. Okay, I think it's still been uploaded. So I'll wait for it a bit more. Then fine, I think it's up now. So I'll upload the spine. Upload the spine, bring it in here. Now you can see that my spine has been put right here in the middle, but I need it to further, expand to the end of the design. So I'm going to just drag like this, drag to the end like this, to the end like this. Then come here, drag to the top like this, drag to the top like this. Right? So I haven't done that. I'll click on position and put it right in the middle. Yes. So now that I've done that, I can simply just adjust this a bit to ensure that it covers this red aspect. Oh no, that's too much. I think yes, I think this is perfect. I think this is perfect. Now let's look at the cover from a distance and see. Can you see that? You see, I have the front cover, I have the back cover, and then I have the spine in the middle. Now, remember that this having done this is not just the end. Amazon advised us to remove remove the templates from this. So one of the easiest ways to remove a template is to simply click on any of these, either the front, back, or s- or spine, or either the front, back, or spine. Just click on any of them, then send that, come to layer, send to back like this. It's going to reveal the template for you because was the last thing we had. So I'll click on the template now, delete it, and that leaves me with only the cover file ready for use. So having done this, right? Having done this, I have my cover ready to be published on Amazon. So the next thing you need to do is to click on share, this share button here, where I'm going to now save this, but instead of PNG as I was saving the back and front covers, I'm going to now save this as PDF standard. You can choose to use PDF print, but I think the standard file is still okay. So I'm going to just go ahead to click on PDF standard and then download that. So I'm just going to now save this. I'll save this as paperback cover. Yes, fantastic. So having saved this as a paperback cover, I'll return to um I'll return to my content page here on Amazon. Remember that this video was where we were while doing all of this. So I'm now going to upload the cover that I have just created using Canva. Thankfully, I've shown you all the processes that are involved. And then now that we are done, I'll just come here and click on upload your cover file. And then I will look for that file, which is this, upload it here on Amazon, then allow it to load until it is complete. So I just allow it to load until it's complete. Fantastic. I think it's loaded successfully, but of course we still wait a while for it to also show up here. You see that I did not check this option here because my cover does not have a barcode attached to it. But if your cover already have a barcode attached to it, you click on this aspect that says you should check. You just check this box, and Amazon will not add another cover for you, another barcode for you. So we'll just wait for it to finish initializing, processing, and once it is done, our cover will be displayed here, and then we can proceed with the setup. All right, so I noticed it was taking too long, so I had to pause the video, and then now that it's fully uploaded, I continue. So the next thing you'd want to do is to come here and select the options, whether it was AI generated, whether your content is generated by AI, or any part of it was. In the case of this book, no, I would select no. But just in case you have any illustration done by AI, you just simply, either text or illustration, whatever it is, simply come here and tell AI, and tell Amazon how extensive your use of AI was from the book you are currently uploading right on Amazon. For in this case, it is not. I'm going to do another video to explain in full what um, Amazon's new standards are, talking about Amazon with AI generated content and what exactly their standard, what the policy is about, and so on and so forth in another video. So stick around with that. So I'll click on launch previewer. This is how to check what you have done to see if there are errors or there are no errors, if you did it correctly or not. That is how to check. You click on launch previewer, and trust me, if you get this aspect right, you have done virtually 90% of the entire publishing journey. You have completely done everything well. So now remember that we use the templates, and as you can see from here, there is no error at all. There's no error at all, and our book is actually good to go. However, now let's look at something. Let me show you something. You can see this is my cover. This is my cover. You can see this is the front cover. This is the back cover, and this is the spine. Um, if I zoom in, you will see that the spine, the text on the spine is is tilted towards the right. It's almost at the right. It's not actually in the middle, which is not too good for my cover. However, I can go ahead and publish this the way it is. Why? Because the text of the spine is not in any way touching the red lines. Can you see the red line? So because of the length that this video has already taken, I will not want to go back and start recreating and republishing. I just wanted to show you all of this. So, but ensure that when you are creating yours, if you see something like this and you want yours to be perfect, go back to your Canva like this. Let me just show you an example. That I'm not going to come back to upload it. Let me just show you an example, but I'm not going to come back. Yeah, this here now. All I need to do if I wanted to make sure that this comes out perfect, more perfect, if I would say, is I'll come here, just adjust this to the left like this. I'll just adjust it to the left like this. Then I will now drag this to cover up like this. Then save again as PDF and come back come back here to re-upload. So, but since we have this and I think it's okay, look at the back cover, look at the front cover. This is the spine. I just click on approve, and that makes my cover perfect to go. I hope this makes sense to you. You can see we use a template and then we got it right on first attempt. So that is how you should also take yours. Now, you can see the printing cost for this book is $11.42 already. Why? Because number one, the page count is 248. What I said about page count, and then we are using standard color premium. Sorry, standard color interior with white paper. Remember what I also spoke about standard color. Why it's going to be more expensive. I know that if we had used black on white, it's going to be maybe like half of this price or something very close to half of it. So anyway, we are done with this part that used to be that is normally hectic to go on with. Then I'm going to now click on save and continue. I'll just click on save and continue so that it takes us to the last part where we are going to now fix the price for this book and then finish up the process. So okay, fantastic. Now that we have this, see there's a warning here that standard color is not available in amazon.co.jp, amazon.co.au. The book with this print, because it's a colored book, a standard color book, is not going to be printed in these marketplaces. That's something you should note. And then for how much we can price this book, they've given us a minimum of 19.03 and then a maximum of 250. So if you put 19.03 like this just for test, you see that you will not get any royalty at all. You will not get any royalty for this book. Why? Because you see, royalty is zero. Amazon has to take their cost of printing and also take a share of whatever it is, but you won't get anything. So for a book like this, for you to get any royalty at all, you should be looking at pricing it at like 25 dollars and above, maybe like $30 or something near that. See, at $25, you're making it just 3.58 because of how much they're taking away from the price of the book. And then so you should, if you're publishing a premium book, ensure that the number of pages, maybe, well, it depends on what you have want anyway. There are books that are priced even higher than this and they make sales. So it depends on what you want and how you intend to go about it. But everything you have seen me do in this particular tutorial is exactly how you can go ahead with creating your own book. Now, one of the best ways in order to make your publishing journey faster is to design your covers first before coming here to publish. Because if you want to start the process before going back to design the covers, it makes the work, you know, um slow. So design the covers first, get everything ready, or get your cover and your manuscript ready before coming to Amazon to publish your book. So now that we have put the price, you can see everything is reflected here. And then the last thing you need to just do is simply click on publish a paperback book. And again, I'm not going to click on that button because remember I said that what I'm doing is for demo purposes. I did not intend to publish this book. I was just trying to use this as a tutorial for you. But trust me, once you click on publish your paperback book, You have nothing to be afraid of. Your book is going to go live and direct, published for the world to get and consume. I hope this particular tutorial was helpful and useful. Thank you very much for staying to the end of this video. Please leave me a comment if you find anything confusing. I'm going to do my best to respond to you. If there's any other tutorial you want me to do, don't hesitate. Leave it to me. Leave it for me and in the comment section, and I'm going to get it done for you. For now, I'm signing out, and I say peace. Bye bye for now. Remain at Amazon. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Come back, like the click the notification bell so that you get notified every time I drop a new video. I'm going to be dropping more tutorials as time goes on because I'm here and ready to kill it with you. Cheers and bye bye. Oh, before you go, make sure you keep publishing, keep making more money, and keep writing, impacting your world. Bye for now. Peace.